Everybody, Logan here again with another video coming right at you. I'm holding Kiba. Kiba's 16, she's got really bad dementia, it keeps me up all night, but let's make a sports betting video for you guys. I don't know what I'm thinking. Are you putting the chair down? Are you pushing the chair down, homie? Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about money lines and what is a money line. So if we're talking sports betting and money lines, if you guys look down here, basically where it says money, we're looking at the NBA games right now. You can see the odds there, and that's the probability that these teams will win. That's all the money line is. Will a team win or will they lose, essentially? So you're betting on them winning. And you can see here the 76ers are heavily favored. It makes sense. They're a playoff team. The Detroit Pistons are not a playoff team as of right now. I think they only have 20 wins on the season. Then we have the Nets Bucks. I actually like the Nets tonight. I know they're favored to win. They're at home. It's a big game for the Nets. They're really trying to make the playoffs here. And then we have the Hawks and the Cavs below at minus 290. If you're looking at taking the Hawks tonight, they're favored by 7, which makes sense. They're a hot team. Trae Young dropped 41 last night against the Thunder. Then we have the Bulls Clippers. This is also like a neck-to-neck game. Paul George is back, though, for the Clippers. So I like the Clippers here tonight. That's where I would take the pick. I think that's where that value is for this. Just in my opinion. And then the last game of the night, as you guys can see, it says 8 p.m. Mountain Time. The other games are Friday, is the Jazz Lakers. The Lakers don't have LeBron or Anthony Davis playing tonight, so the easy pick here seems like the Jazz, right? They have all their star players, Donovan Mitchell, you got Rudy Gobert. It's just a really solid team. Even though I don't really like them as of lately, they seem a little fraudulent, and that's just because I've had a couple bad beats with them lately, but those are the money lines for tonight. Now, this is the time where it's like, well, where do we find good value in a money line? You know, I actually like the Pistons tonight to cover that spread. It's a live spread. The spread going into the game, I think, was minus 9.5 or 8.5. I like the Pistons to cover that. They're actually kind of a hot team lately. If you see them play against the Nets, they took that down to the fourth quarter. So just looking at everything tonight, I think there's really good value in the Pistons spread. Then we have, of course, like I said, the Nets money line. I like the Hawks money line, Clippers money line, of course, the Jazz. But there's also, you know, when you see minus 1,100 on a money line, you put $100 on it to win $9. I just don't think that risk to reward is there. Granted, if we're talking stock market stuff, that makes sense, right? But sports are too random and anything could happen, right? Like any sort of game time change could happen. That game doesn't start for another 2.5 hours. You know, what if we're going into it and all of a sudden Donovan Mitchell's not playing? The spread would drop, the money line odds would change. So I always like to wait for those games live, see if you can get an edge on them. Like, you know, if you're able to take Gonzaga money line, just really solid teams. You know, and I know that's college, but that's kind of how I look at the money line picks, is like, where do you see the most value? You know, you could even argue the Cavs for tonight. I like actually +7. I do think the Hawks are going to win, but Cavs +7 looks really good. But the Hawks have been on fire too. That's the other thing. So it's like, what do you take in this situation? You know, it's always really tough to decide. But you know, that's just kind of what I'm looking at. But that's what a money line bet is. Also, I want to take this time to talk to you guys about the Discord that I have started for sports betting, if you guys would like to follow along with our plays. Here is the unit tracker. We're doing a 15 unit a month challenge. I'm down 2.5 units so far, and then we're up 4.5 units. On pace for 18 this month if you follow the people. So if we kind of combine ours together, we're right around that 15 unit spot. I plan on bouncing back tonight with a couple picks. Cade Cunningham over 32.5 points, assists, and rebounds tonight. I'm putting a half a unit on that to make half a unit. And then I have Kevin Durant, 1 unit to make 1 unit on him getting over 7.5 rebounds tonight. Income Guru shared a really cool thing in the chat saying Texas A&M under has hit last 5 times that they are favorites, and then also with Kevin Durant, in 12 games he has averaged 10.5 per game against Milwaukee when it comes to rebounds. So with that being said, right, like here's our challenge, and then you guys know we do our monthly giveaway, which is every 15th of the month. We give away $60 worth of tickets to any member. So if you guys would like to join, it's only $30 a month. You guys can check the link down below in the description. A unit is 1% of your bankroll, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. So let's say you have $1,000 dedicated to sports betting. 1 unit would be $10, right? Just getting super creative with your finances, just like we do in the markets, but just with sports betting, right? And that is exactly what a money line is. You can see it in college basketball. Xavier's playing Texas A&M right now. A&M is still currently favored to win here, even though they're down 4. And that's just the odds makers, right? The algorithm they have making these odds still favors Texas A&M. I like Xavier here. I like that spread. They're plus 4.5 going into the game. The only action I have is on the under 140.5. So if that game's able to stay under 140.5, and that was a pick from Income Guru. So I completely just tailed it based on his data. So I'm really excited to see if this play works out or not. Got really good, 1 unit to make a unit. I think I only put half a unit on it. But those were the odds. Just the straight Vegas minus 110 odds on it. So we'll see if it hits. I like Kansas and Duke this weekend. I know it seems cliche, but if you look at Coach K, last time he played Kansas in the finals was his first season. So it's Duke, Kansas, his first season that he ever won a championship. Not his first season of all time, but his first NCAA championship was Duke, Kansas. It's his last season. I think he's got 2 games left. We'll just see if they play Kansas and if they're able to make it past North Carolina. I'd like to see it happen, but of course anything can happen. So that's going to be everything for me in this video. If you guys would like a free $100 for signing up with Fanduel, check the link down in the description. I'm also going to have my Draftkings one down there as well, which is a free $100 bet when you deposit $100 and then place that on any other bet, right? You don't even have to wager $100 on your first wager. Just deposit $100 when you sign up. We both get a free $100 bet, and then we can go from there. So I really look forward to it. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. And like I said, I do a lot of stock market videos, but I've been shifting a little bit towards betting as well. I've been sports betting for a year now, and I really feel like my strategies have been doing well, so I'd love to introduce more sports betting content on this channel. So that's going to be everything for me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and enjoy this weekend as well. I will see you guys in the next one.